Recession Talk. Recession Talk. Robots and automation are going to take your job and do it better for less. Start now. This is what I really wanted to get into. This is what I really wanted to jam out on because I've been talking about this for years, that you now have people who will be replaced by automation. There was this saying, if your job could be replaced by a robot or automation, it soon will be. Forget that. It's now. I want you to think about when people, just 2 years ago, people were striking $15 an hour for minimum wage jobs, fast food jobs. It's like, because I work, because I make money, because I work 40 hours, I should make enough money to be able to rent a place. That's not necessarily true. I don't agree with that. So this protest has created an amazing situation of technological advancement. This was already going to happen, but now this stuff is like dry grass with gas and fire put on it. It's just rolling through the economy. It used to take a warehouse, about 200 people, let's say a warehouse that serviced like 50 to 100 trucks a day. That was about 200 people up in that joint. Now, there's 50. And part of this is, and I'm going to show you this too, because this is where it's going to get really, really good. All right, so, and this is this term. Okay. All right. Hold on. Let me find it. All right. All right. So this is how we're going to jump off into this. Okay. Robotic hand articulation. The human hand is an complex and extremely intricate, I'm going to say utility, organic utility. What your hand can do, from flexing to rotating, having an opposing thumb, is amazing, and it is taking a long, long time for people to create a hand, an artificial hand that works as well as a regular hand. Now, you got this guy, looks like he is. Now, this is some. Now, I know that looks very simple, but that's very complex. Now, we're going to get into, let's see, where is it? Here we go. Now, anyone see Terminator with Arnold? It looks very much like that hand in Terminator, doesn't it? Now, I'm bringing this here because this is a game changer. When you have an artificial hand that moves and articulates just like a human hand or better, then you can get a robotic hand that can cut fruit. Now, I know that sounds very simple. That sounds like, so what? Well, this is the jam with this. You know, when you go to Publix or a restaurant and you get this fruit thing, well, that's cut up by a human. And part of the problem with humans doing this kind of work is injuries, workers' comp, time, fatigue. If you can get this hand to do this same job, you can replace 100 employees. Let me say that again. You can use these hands to replace 100 employees and save hundreds of thousands of dollars. If you own the company, would you continue to pay organic carbon-based life forms the money you paying them? Or would you go out here and drop 20 G's on this hand, use it for 5 years and save a few $100,000? And while getting the same yield, or this hand, because it doesn't need to take bathroom breaks, it doesn't get sick, it doesn't miss days, it just needs maintenance, you're going to do that. That's happening. And let's see. Let me go back. Why the heck is this? All right, I'll just do this. Because I saw this and I was like, oh my God. Arms, cook. Yeah. Now this right here, there it is. This is crazy. This is insane. Let me make sure that we got all that. Okay, yeah. This is insane. You don't understand, all right? And these are not that much. For these robots to cook and to have the tactile strength and precision to cook fruit. All right, let me just go ahead and drop it on you. Let's say those hands cost $20K for those hands. And let's say those hands have a life cycle of 10 years. But you get unlimited use. You could use them as much as you want. You could work them 7 days a week. The money that you would save is sick. Let's say a full-time housekeeper. Let's say you get these. Let's say these hands are attached to a articulating body, and they can actually clean your house. And let's say your automatic attendant maid is $25K. For you to have a full-time housekeeper in your house 5 days a week, it's going to be 30 to 40 grand. So after about 6 or 7 months, it starts paying for itself. This is coming. All manual labor, menial task jobs, they're going to be eradicated in the coming years. This is where we are. And when I saw these arms, and the thing is, this is just a version now. In the future, they're going to get much, much better. And they're going to get cheaper, which brings up a whole nother issue. What are we going to do with all these people who need jobs but don't really understand? Oh, Lord, we got all kinds of stuff up in here. What's up, Stefan? Thanks for being the moderator. Mentor Shelley, the Wild Jones Report. What's up? Pamela C, ready for that knowledge? I'm going to drop it. Mentor Shelley, appreciate the $10 super chat. Oh, I've heard about that months ago. I don't like the program, but yeah, it's been out for a minute. Anthony Johnson, drones taking over farming, putting out some of the workers getting real, man. The companies will need capital. This could be the time to come up. Agent J pulled 20 years ago. Anybody would get a warehouse job anywhere, anytime. Now those jobs are long gone. That's been a problem. That has been a big, big problem. And that is one of the reasons that many men are killing themselves, because they cannot find decent paying jobs. I mean, I want you to really think about this, because just like Agent J Poole said, you used to be able to get a job anywhere. As a 13, 14-year-old kid, I walked up to this place called Sign Builders, and they made a job for me based on my ambition. That is gone. But we're going to talk about some of the cool stuff, because it ain't all doom and gloom. Ain't even close to doom and gloom. Which is why you need to get the Never Broke Action Pack, the tools you need to thrive in the next recession. 60% off today. Now, let me tell you, and let me just go ahead and tell you what's happening here and why did that work. Oh, I was like, okay, cool. Because I'm getting ready to drop some knowledge. Let me go through these comments real quick. Let me go through them. It's definitely future. Rodrigo, this is going to be a wake up to tax slaves. Oh, yeah. Gunja, I believe the human population will need to drop with automation coming in. I believe in the future that we will have a ban on having kids just like China did. Because I agree 100%. Because there will not be, unless the automation creates wealth for everyone, then people will continue to be able to have kids. But I don't see that happening. Panel C, the cost of maintenance would be minimum. Brandon, possibly. Ganja, it doesn't protest. It doesn't take days off. No sexual harassment lawsuits. I don't know where there's money to be safe. Ganja, P130, CP130 robot harass me. Lawrence D. Adams, I've seen that in Vegas. You place your order, it makes you a drink. Oh, I'm about to go ahead and drop some real knowledge on y'all after I go through these comments. Middleman jobs will be obsolete. All right, so let's kind of get into it. All right, so the doom and gloom part is that if you are a manual labor type person, you in trouble. You in a lot of trouble. You in a bunch of trouble. But if you're an entrepreneur, let me show you what's going to happen. And this is exciting if you really about hustling. If you are really about that hustler life. Okay. So automation, I'm going to leave that in green because that's money. Automation will destroy markets and create markets. And this is where how you think and what you think is very critical. I want you guys to understand. Now, let's talk about me. And the only reason I can do this is because of automation. Let's talk about the recent Teespring integration with YouTube. You'll be seeing it probably a few days under every video. What that's going to allow me to do is to create t-shirt brands and t-shirts, cups, ties, all kinds of stuff, and mark it up and do specials as a one-person company. Now, y'all know that I've been wanting to do t-shirts and apparel, and it's just been really tricky because, it's dealing with designers, having the shipping done, and all this other stuff. And I've been at this for years, and it's just been very, very hard. Now, fortunately, because I've been at this for years, I recognize the opportunity with Teespring because I'm going to be able to make a mint. But this is automation. Now, I want you to think. You in the future will be able to buy a screen printing automation system where there's going to be robotic hands, and they're going to be able to make your shirts, pack your shirts, and ship your shirts as a one-person operation. You're going to have, and get ready for this, I'm going to write this down because y'all going to hoop and holler and scream because we having church today. You're going to have this one person I want this to be correct. You're going to have one person companies that make $1 billion due to automation. All right. You're going to have a one-person company that's going to be able to make $1 billion as a one-person operation with a little outsourcing here and there. This is coming. I suspect this is probably 15, 20 years away, but that's going to happen. Now, if you're on the side of, well, this robot's going to replace me, it's going to take my job, you're looking at this the wrong way. So what you want to do is to get your money up so you can start being a part of automation, be a part of the robotic community, because I talked about this stuff 2013. And I don't talk about it in videos, but I consistently research it. And this is how I knew about these hands. And I mean, that just blew me away. All right. So Google Duplex AI. Matter of fact, I'm going to show y'all that. Hold on a second. Let me find it. Because I don't think you understand how complex this is. Oh, let's see. Get out of there. I mean, what's going to happen if you are putting yourself in the position to be an entrepreneur or an investor in this? That's money. Google Duplex. Here we go. All right. I mean, y'all really, really need to pay attention to this. For real.
I'm looking for something on May 3rd.
It turns out a big part of getting things done is making a phone call. We think AI can help with this problem. Let's say you want to ask Google to make you a haircut appointment on Tuesday between 10 and noon. What happens is the Google Assistant makes the call seamlessly in the background for you. So what you're going to hear is the Google Assistant actually calling a real salon to schedule the appointment for you. Let's listen.
So how can I help you? Hi, I'm calling to book a women's haircut for a client. I'm looking for something on May 3rd. Sure, give me 1 second. Sure, what time are you looking for around? At 12 p.m. We do not have a 12 p.m. available. The closest we have to that is a 1:15. Do you have anything between 10 a.m. and 12 p.m.? Depending on what service she would like. What service is she looking for? Just a woman's haircut for now. Okay, we have a 10 o'clock. 10 a.m. is fine. Okay, what's her first name? The first name is Lisa. Okay, perfect. So I will see Lisa at 10 o'clock on May 3rd. Okay, great. Thanks. Great. Have a great day. Bye.
That was a real call you just heard. The amazing thing is the assistant can actually understand the nuances of conversation. We've been working on this technology for many years. It's called Google Duplex.
That was crazy. Now, here's one of the things that this will do. Let's customer service is over. Customer service is trash at this moment. All right, hold on. I got something in here. There's the opportunities for the future will be massive if you have the right mindset. Mrs. Fuller, it's all about hustling. I have found 3 food courier jobs in online business. Haven't worked for a man in 7 years. Spartan Stock Trader. Looking forward to the action pack. I really enjoy information you've been providing. I came across your channel 2 weeks ago and will continue to tune in. Thanks for the $10 super chat. Yes, Wow Jones report. This is going to happen. And this is going to happen because of automation. JG Pool. And this is all right. Now I want to talk about this. And it never really dawned on me. When I made that $1.5 million selling my book, I was a one-person company. I never really thought about it because I had Amazon. I was selling books on Amazon. I was selling books on my website. I was using YouTube. But I was a one-person company. I want you to really, really think about that. I leveraged Amazon. I leveraged YouTube. I leveraged my blog. I had 3 employees that never took a break, not even a potty break, never took a day off, never called in sick. And, I was just sitting there like the experiment that I did last year. I was kind of hustling backwards because this is, and a lot of people's like, well, I made a lot of money consulting. Why'd you stop doing that? And in the next video, we'll talk about that. Part of the problem is I got kind of blinded. And to as many degrees, I was wedded to the old way, which still works. But what's going to happen is we've got this space where all that's going to disappear. So I could have continued to do that. And this next video, matter of fact, let me get in there. And let me just put this back up for a minute while I do this. I had to sit down and really, really think about the next step because I'm 51 years old. I feel I got like another 20 years to work, and it's not. And when I say work, it's doing things that I enjoy and I'm passionate about. I have a lot of fun, and it doesn't. Like I said, I've been retired before, so I know that's not for me, and I just see this so clearly now that what you can do, what you can build, what you could create in this new future is so crazy now. It is crazy. And part of what's happening, many people are missing it because people are complaining about the loss of their jobs. What are these poor people going to do? What are these poor people? I don't mean to sound like a heartless asshole, but the world ain't fair. It's never been fair, and it's not going to ever start being fair. And I think one of the best things that I ever did in my life was let that go. Let that notion of fairness go. Begin to embrace life a certain way. And it just literally changed my thinking. It literally changed what I was doing, how I was doing it. It changed how I looked at the world. And that's why I could see these opportunities so clearly, because in as little as 5 to 10 years, you're going to be able to start these one-person companies, maybe 4 people, and get to $1 billion. Leveraging all of this tech, leveraging all of, because this is something that I've done on a certain level, and I never really thought about it. I never ever thought about it in the ways that I'm thinking about it now. And it just blows my mind at the potential opportunities that are going to happen, the potential financial windfalls that are going to occur, the come ups that's going to happen. But if you're wedded to old school methodologies, if you're wedded to an old school thought process, you are not going to make it. You're just not. All right, so I'm gonna put that link there because, and because what I'm doing is trying to keep these things separate. So when someone comes along, because the next video is going to be the science of hustling, how to make money, how you make money becomes an addiction that's hard to change. The rich get richer. And why I'm going to do this is this dovetails very well with what we're talking about with automation. And I'll put the link in there because, like I said, I'm doing something very, very different. Let me make sure that's in there. Okay. And I'll put it in there again. If you continue to think in old school methodologies, the old school manner, old school world, then you're going to have problems embracing this new economy. And it's going to be very, very hard for you to be successful. But if you let that stuff go and start to embrace tech, and once again, you got to be in tech to know what tech to embrace, to know what tech makes sense and what tech doesn't make sense. Because I'll give you, I got people who's like, Instagram now allows for hour-long videos. Awesome. I'm not changing the thing that I'm doing because I already know how it's going to go. Once again, did I not predict that Facebook would not overtake YouTube? YouTube is taking the younger audience, the 13 to the 6-year-olds to like 16-year-olds. YouTube owns that audience. They're number one. Facebook's number 4 and dropping. Here's the thing. Because I'm in this YouTube video eco space, I know how the game works. This is why you have got to start getting on these platforms, using these platforms, and learning these platforms so you can sniff out the next move. Let me tell you what's going to happen. The people who are already doing well on Instagram are going to blow up even more. You're going to get a few random people who are going to blow up. But once again, there's no way to monetize that. And since Facebook owns Instagram, the people who will be able to make money are going to be the people who are already making money and already at top, and the people who already have large followings. And then there are going to be some naturally creative, wonderfully talented people going to come up. They're going to blow up, and they'll be able to get the money. But the average person will not be able to make money on Instagram. The average person, because YouTube's going to move the cheese again. I can tell you this right now. Right now, the threshold to getting monetization is 4,000 hours of watch time and 1,000 subscribers. That's going to move up again. And how do I know this? Because I'm in tech. You need to be in tech. You need to pick your line, your destination point. You need to pick what you're doing, where you're going to be. You need to get in on that, because what's going to happen is the less you know, the more behind you're going to get. And this is why I made the transition from doing what I was doing, the consulting, and I was consulting with people who were doing e-commerce. And I already knew that e-commerce fundamentally was going to change. And a lot of my techniques and ideologies worked really fine now. But in the future, they're not going to work. So me knowing this, it's like, okay, I can keep on this train, be 5, maybe 7 years, and a lot of stuff I know is just not going to work. Or I can take what I really know about video and creating a media company and go there. And I already see that this was one of the best decisions I ever made. And we're only, 6 months in. I got another channel, and just to compare and contrast, I got 3,100 subscribers on Disruptive Mail, and it's really 3 months old. 3 months. And someone asked me, it's like, what can you do if you don't have no subscribers to start a YouTube channel? And my answer is, when I first started this YouTube channel, I had no subscribers. You cannot come at me and say like, well, you already had a YouTube channel. No, I already had to go through that process of having no subscribers. Everybody on YouTube starts with 0. And what you need to do is watch a lot of YouTube and figure out and reverse engineer why some of your favorite YouTubers are hot as they are. And I can already tell you there's some of them to do, because Silky the Pimp smell good reviews. It's going to happen at Disruptive Mail. I'm going to get an afro. I'm probably going to get some fronts, some little gold rings. And I'm setting it up, and I'm excited because I can build a brand within the brand. Because when you begin to understand this, and the only reason I know this stuff is because I've been in YouTube world for 9 years. And this is how I can say with a great deal of confidence that starting a Facebook thing is only going to be like, let's say Silky Smell Good Reviews blows up. YouTube, Facebook could contact me to do a show. See, that's how the game works. You got to elevate in one vector first, and then you can spread out. Because once you get to the top, then you can move over to Instagram, you can move over to Facebook. But if you're like just trying to start from scratch, it's going to be very hard. Not impossible, but it's going to be very, very hard. So I'm just saying. Rugged. What? Yes, billion with a B. I, as a one-person company, has already crossed the 7-figure mark, utilizing YouTube, utilizing Amazon, utilizing a blog. Instead of thinking of them as digital assets, think of them as full-time employees that work 7 days a week, 365 days a year. No holidays, no breaks, no maternity leave, no sexual harassment lawsuits, nothing. They just work 24 hours a day. And this is something that I don't think I ever told you. When I do my income calculations, they're always based off of a 7-day, 24-hour-a-week template. I don't go like 8 hours. It's like, all right, because if you earned $7 an hour, and this is gonna blow your mind. $7 an hour does not sound very impressive, right? But if you earned $7 an hour times 24, it's 168 times 365. That's $61,000. $7 an hour times 24. Now $7 an hour times 40 times like 160. Let's see. Times 160. Whoa. Really? Let's see. Yeah, 7 times 160, which is what you work in a month, times wow. Man, let's see. 8. I'm kind of. Yeah, that math's right. So if you make $7 an hour times 24, you make $61,000 a year. But if you make $7 an hour working a job, you only make like $13,000 a year. So when you're doing, and this is the thing about technology, internet businesses, they make money 24 hours a day. So even if they make a little money, which more than likely will happen to you when you start, it's still 4 times more money than you would make working the job if you work a $7 an hour job. What's up, Always Ready 24? Y'all can hit that super chat. This stream has no ads on it. Mayamita Jones has developed a C Corp AI and blockchain company with other techs. It's been manifested. Okay. Because this is the thing. Like, I like to talk shit about Bitcoin, which currently, let's see, what is Bitcoin now? I had some fools almost walk into this trap I set. Oh, wait a minute. You see that? Woo! Remember when I said that Bitcoin would probably be around 5 or 6 grand in May, summer? Let me show you that again. I love it when I'm right. And I'm right because I did this based on facts. I didn't do this based on emotion. I didn't do this based on the fact that I needed Bitcoin to make a lot of money so I can make a lot of money. This was based on numbers, facts, and historical trends. They almost bit. Brandon, some politicians and people such as Elon Musk and others have been talking about these ideals of universal income for a while because of the automation issue. I believe it's going to happen. Or you're going to have social unrest. What I believe is going to happen is just the thought process that the rich people are going to live in the city and the poor people on basic incomes are going to live out. They're going to be walled cities. And the elites and their kids and everything, they're going to have these wonderful lives. And then you're going to have the masses of humanity out in the outback. I see that happening. Capital, my mom was pissed off when I showed her that Google Assistant. Why, Gunja? All right, y'all saw that. Yes, even the call center. I mean, it's going to be crazy. All right, so hold on. Because I put that in there. Hold on. And y'all go ahead and super chat $10. This is supported by the community. All right, hold on. All right. So looking for the action pack. Oh. Call centers. Yep. Always ready and soon in any language. Exactly. Archangel 357, all the auto manufacturers have continued to downsize. You move from manual labor to programmers and controls engineering. Yes. Yes, Agent J. Poole. Landon Davis, new subdivisions are now being integrated with complete home systems like this. The robots will take me to $1 billion. Yes. Machine learning. Yes. Half customer service calls I make are robots. Really? What's up, Mark Masters? Johnny Walton. Good evening, everybody. How long before my truck drive? You got certain federal regulations that's going to keep you in that truck for probably 10 to 15 years. It's going to happen concurrently. You're going to have regular drivers on the road, but at some point, it'll be nothing but automated trucks. Miami, yes, it is. Glendon AI and bots will make up for bad customer service. That's going to be crazy. Judson Montemeng, I'm just messing up your name. My bad. Judson, the old school self-reliance attitude in a new way digitalized. Pretty much. Archangel, 3 services that you leverage, you stop to consult them because you're a high-paid employee. That's not your deal. Haha. And that's exactly what it was. Because even when I talked about it, I'm an employee. As a consultant, I'm an employee and someone else controls my income. Regardless of if I do a good job, that's why I made the moves I did, because part of what happened, and you should take note of this, you should start. Now I'm gonna say something that's gonna sound crazy. Every time Samsung or Apple come up with a new phone, you should get it. Because you know what this is going to be in the future? Remember the tricorder from Star Trek? This is going to be the tricorder. It's going to take your blood pressure. It already can. It's going to monitor it's going to do everything. Hotels. You go to certain hotels, you download an app, you can open up your room door with your phone. This stuff is coming like so quick and so fast. And a lot of people remember when Kindle came out and how many people said, I'll never adapt to Kindle. I like reading books. And I was like, So you should make the investment. Go ahead and get yourself an LLC. Get your phone account in the name of your business so you can write this stuff off and upgrade every time so you can be up on the latest and greatest tech, because it's going to matter. It's going to matter. Rudy Laudon, I'm a trucker. If trucks go to automation, I also own one, and these automated trucks do believe they will let me sign on with a company to continue to make money. You definitely want to own the trucks. If you're a truck driver, you want to make the investment in an automated truck probably in 3 to 4 years, or you want to invest in companies that are creating these trucks because they will be bananas. Maya Jones, how we transact will change it. It will cost blood, sweat, and tears for all the traditional ways of making money or life for yourself. Ooh, you getting on the next live stream. Davita Jones, I'm a one-person company. Probably more like 250K. Well, that's the goal, Pamela C. In other words, don't think linear. You got to think integration. It's definitely going to take some time to think of these ideas for tech. Definitely. Just when I'm trying stuff out, going outside more, even though I don't feel like it, helps me get ideals. Mad Unlimited, construction is already impacted by automation. It's already, everything's going to be touched. They're going to be able, they can already do this. They can have your house made in the factory, come into the job site and put your house up in 24 hours. They'll just have to still lay down the foundation and hook up the plumbing the traditional way. You got to retrain your mind. You have to. Landon Jones, I have a friend who is developing drones to lay bricks and rebar for construction. I want you to think about that. Let's say you have to put up a building in a war zone or someplace where the conditions are just horrible. Drones, automated attendants, they put the shelter up, then humans come in later. This is a brave new world that we have. And straight up, automation is going to do your job. It's going to do it better. It's going to do it faster. It's going to do it cheaper, and it's not going to complain. So you can either be the grass, or you can be the lawnmower. There is no middle ground in this unless you want to go to the mountaintops, disavow technology, and become a monk. There will be people who will do that. Kim K, she has like 100 million followers. So yeah. And if Kim K starts doing a show, she would make money. But someone brand new, it's going to be hard. Not impossible. It's just going to be hard. Man, China's also building islands in the middle of the sea. Sure thing. Definitely hit the likes and go ahead and once again, because see, I got this down to a science now. I know how to do this. So, whoa. Go ahead and grab that Never Broke Action Pack or super chat $10. I prefer that you buy the Never Broke Action Pack. These ads are supported by support by super chats or the buying, not these ads, these streams. Because the next stream is going to be a doozy. Alrighty then. I don't know what she's talking about. Let's see. Hold on. Got. All right. That's it, Mentor Shelley. Hit that like button. Hit those super chats. Bloodsport, a real life Mad Max. Frozen Creatives LLCs, ghettos and gated communities. Absolutely. The Great Divide is coming. Just like the old castles, yes. My Music Jones, people hopped on Bitcoin, yet big companies are getting patents on blockchain. They're going where the real money is. Stock trader, Spartan stock trader. Sounds like civilization will be something like a movie insurgent. Well, I mean, once you think about it, we already have 15% of the population due to IQ level. There are no real jobs for them. They can like pick up trash and stuff. Seriously, I'm not being facetious. Now, think about adding another 20%, which brings us up to 35% of the population with nothing to do. No jobs, nothing. So we're going to have a universal basic income. And if someone's giving you basic income, they're probably going to give you some substandard housing. I just see it. I'm like, you either going to be a drone, a part of society, assigned to do stuff, or you're going to be an entrepreneur or a creative where you get to create your life. Yep. Ecelium, they actually had this ring up in space. That's something that's scary, Bloodsport, because they already have predictive technology on who will commit crimes and who will not. That's just too much. Alex Harley, old folks are still buying $50 pans and $50 blouses. Skynet has arrived. Not really, Steve Jamerson. Pretty much, Desiree Jen. All right, let me make sure. How to for us. I'm building animatronic sign waving robots. That will be huge because a lot of those, I haven't seen those people on the side of the road spinning signs like they used to. Mr. Sandeep, I work in tech and retail. I had to change my business model to become more info-based and product-based. The populace isn't informed. You would be surprised at how many people know nothing about tech. This is why I am saying get the new phone, get the new computer, learn this stuff, because I am not surprised. A lot of people just don't want to learn it, or they just want to say, Google do this and Google does it. And this is where Google and all these other companies are going to make crazy money, because they're going to make products and services for people who don't want to learn tech. So part of this is you got to understand that, like, I probably get a new phone every year, and it's not because I want to, it's because I need to, because I am to some degree in the tech industry. And I got to say, the new camera on the new iPhone 10 is a game changer. It really is. Been the bartender at the hotel I'm working at. You can check in with your phone. See? Be for real. I'm a master fiber technician. It's a good thing robots cannot install, test, and maintain fiber. Not yet. And I think that's going to be hard to disrupt, because you got to have human beings latest stuff. Bloodsport, what's your opinion on UPS drivers, workers and drivers, inside sorters and leaders? There'll be jobs for them. They've already automated what they can, and they will continue to automate it. But sometimes you're still gonna need a person to lay hands on the box. You got to know, Mr. Sandep, GC. You got it. Tech info is key. This is how I make money. I really want you to think about this. I got 2 platforms. I've got Hustlers Kung Fu Life Skills, and I have disruptivemail.org. They're both employees that make me money 24 hours a day. And this is one of the reasons that I'm doing new YouTube channels, because instead of looking at, it's a YouTube channel, Every Man is a Millionaire, that's one employee. Disruptive Mail, that's another employee. I'm trying to get more employees. You see where I'm going? Hustlers Kung Fu. I've been uploading old videos there, and people are watching them. So that's another employee. So that's 3 employees. Then the 2 websites. That's 5 employees that I have that work 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year for peanuts. YouTube is free. My YouTube channels actually pay me. Well, not free. They're sweat equity. I have to do something. And then both my websites are like $100 a month. So you got that. I saw that they have a truck that can make 300 bricks in 1 minute. Agent J Pool, China and Japan already move faster than prefab construction. They can erect a skyscraper within weeks. Dimitri, this reminds me of the movie Justin Timberlake movie, where they all had lifespan time embedded in their wrist, and that determined if they were wealthy or not. Wow. Fast is the new big. Agent J Pool, true. Trump didn't really want to help those people. That's really what it was. Corey B06, thanks for the $10 super chat. Y'all go ahead and get those super chats up in there. Stadium stats. They even have a gadget now that flips the sign. No need to pay that homeless guy $8. I mean, I haven't seen those guys on the side of the street like I used to. Davita, I work for Apple. Ben the bartender. I'm always showing my computer programming wife how to use her phone. Miss Erica, what about home health care? Still need humans, but that's going to be low wages. The Wild Jones report, the new camera on iPhone X sure looks like a beast. I saw a music video shot using the smartphone and was very impressed. Best quality I've seen from a smartphone. It is killer, and it does 4K video on the front camera as well as the rear. So you got all of that stuff that's going down. And it's just a crazy, crazy world that we live in, because you have people who don't really understand what's really about to happen, who really don't understand what's going to happen. All right, so be sure to go ahead and grab this, and let's see where we are. Okay, I got all of those. So I'm going to start this next one in a few minutes, probably 5 minutes.